Hey guys, today we're going to make kale chips. So you're going to need kale, olive oil, salt, pepper, a big bowl, a baking sheet, and a knife. So to start, rinse your kale and then remove the stems of the kale. The stems are the thick vein-like pieces in the middle. So cut those out, put them off to the side. They don't really taste good to eat. They're quite bitter. And then rip up the kale leaves into about 2-inch pieces. So you want to do 2 to 3-inch pieces as you're cutting your kale because it does shrivel as you cook it, so the chips become smaller. So once our bowl's full, we're going to start with our olive oil and we're going to lightly coat our kale in it. So I do 2 tablespoons of olive oil. If you have a smaller bowl, you can adjust the amount of olive oil. You don't want to soak it. So then after the olive oil, we're going to do pepper. Now I like a lot of pepper. So I do about 1 tablespoon full of pepper and mix it through my kale. But that is quite peppery. So if you don't like pepper, you can tone that down a bit and just do it to your preference. Next, I do salt, and I only do about 1 teaspoon of salt because I don't eat a lot of salt and I don't really like salt. But 1 teaspoon is a good amount, for me at least. Again, these measurements are completely your preference. So once everything's really mixed through our kale, we're going to start by laying it out on our baking sheet. And I put a thing of parchment paper down, lay my kale chips down so that they're not touching, and I put it into the oven at 350 for about 18 to 20 minutes. Make sure your kale chips aren't touching. They cook better if they're not. Enjoy!